What's up, duelists? So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I've never done anything like this before for content, but basically what I did was I hopped in my Discord, the really big Yu-Gi-Oh Discord, which you can join. There's a link for that in the description below, and I tagged all the Edison players and I was like, yo, let's run an 8-man tournament real quick. This Bubbleman deck, I did a video on it yesterday. It seems pretty cool. It seems pretty legit. I'm going to try to play it in this 8-man tournament. We've got some really good players in here. We got Ghost Rider. We got, of course, Diamond Dude, who is the creator of the bot that we use. And we got, some other good players. So it should be fun. I'm going to try this out. And then if the game doesn't go so well, if I end up losing the match, which totally could happen because, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, then I'll just cover the other matches in the tournament. And that should be some good content for you guys. A little bit of competitive action, a little bit of a tournament play. And, single elim 8-man, should be a good video. Should be solid. If you guys like this type of thing, if you want to see more of this type of thing, me running these types of tournaments, I'm going to try to do them. Oh, I'm just like doing the thing. But yeah, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, if you guys like this type of thing, I'm gonna try to do this like once a week, maybe. Sometimes I might do it live on stream. Sometimes I might do it as a video like this. Sometimes I might have more people on, like commentating, etc., etc. So we'll see how it goes. I normally don't like to commentate while I'm playing like serious matches because it's very distracting. Obviously, it's difficult to commentate and play optimally at the same time. We're gonna pick Rock. We are playing off against Reminator versus round 1. Reminator is going to a YCS soon, and he is testing for that. So he's going to be playing probably his YCS deck, I'm assuming. Our opening hand is fantastic. We opened up with Miracle Fusion, or not Miracle Fusion, we opened up with Future Fusion, plus the rest of the stuff. Honestly, I need to think here for a second, because if we Future Fusion this turn, we have an OTK next turn. Depending on what we send, I think we send Diva Alias. I think is the plan. I think it's always Diva Alias. Alias Diva, because we already have a Diva in our hand. It's only bad if we draw the second Diva next turn, but that would be bad anyway, and we're reducing our chances by 50% of drawing the second Diva. So I'm going to normal Alias, I'm going to set bottomless, and I'm going to pass. So next turn we can OTK. We have the OTK, which is good. That's always good. But I don't know. It just depends on like what he's up to here. Like if he has a lot of back row, obviously we don't really have a shot. We might go like e-call for Stratos, try to pop some of his back row, do something like that instead. We have a very nut opening. I'm not going to lie. This is a very good draw from us. If he has Heavy Storm, that could be annoying. But, again, we still have an OTK potentially, depending on how he wants to play this. If he's, like, a little back row light, then maybe we shotgun the OTK. Maybe we just play this slow. I don't really know. I don't really know what the best way to play this is. Brain control. Alright, just gotta pay 8. Lost. Okay. So he pays at 8. We give him the Alias. Yeah, he could sack this. He should attack first. Oh, there's Deep Sea Diva. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if he's playing the same deck we're playing. That's okay. Maybe he should have summoned Diva first. I'm not sure. Oh, he's going to summon another Diva. Oh, that's actually fine for us, I think. I think it's actually fine for us. Because next turn we can, like, we can kill that Diva. His first synchro, he can like priority Bionic bounce our Future Fusion, but like that's totally fine, honestly. We can bottomless that and then go from there. Let's see what he wants to do. I'm just gonna bottomless this. Okay, so brain control and then Gaia leads me to believe he's playing zombies. So he's most likely playing Diva zombies here. Which is the reason why he didn't grab a Gilman either. Because he has no Gilman in his deck. So I'm pretty sure he's playing Diva Zombies because he has Gaia Knight in his deck. So knowing that, he says, yeah, I wish I had Urukizis. That I would have bottomless that too. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Okay. Complicated situation, a little bit, but we can hopefully clear this Diva through the back row. Oh, 2 back rows really ugly. Dude, that's insane. That's so unlucky. Okay. It's fine, though. Well, at least I think it's fine. We can go Diva, grab Gilman, and then try to attack over the Diva with both. We lose to Mirror Force. Fuck it, get it twisted. I think we should just do this. Let's see what he does about the Gilman summon. I just want to clear the diva if possible. If he has anything here. Okay, what does this deck play? It could play Return, Mirror Force, Torrential, Bottomless, Phoenix Wing, Wind Blast. I think it's correct to Miracle now. I think it's correct to Miracle now. I know this looks sloppy, but especially if it's Mirror Force or Torrential. But I think we just need to make sure the diva goes away. We get another Absolute Zero next turn, so if he does have Torrential or Mirror Force, it's fine to just force it now. Yeah, like this sucks, don't get me wrong, like this is really bad. But at least we get it next turn. Okay, so I'm going to set the E-Call. And the reason I'm going to set the E-Call is because if he had Heavy Storm, he would have played it and not set his back rows. And then also if he has Spirit Reaper, I want him to hit the diva and not the E-Call. So that's kind of what I want to happen here. He is for sure, I think, playing zombies though. Like, at least I think he is. He could be playing a diva hero deck. Like, that was bad for us, but I mean, what can you do? Like, we had to clear the diva somehow. And if he has like spot removal for the Gilman, like let's say I attack with my diva and then he spot removals my, yeah, he doesn't want to play a monster because it's probably a spot removal spell. Okay, Bubbleman's good. Standby, we're going to special summon out Absolute Zero. So I don't know if we can go for game quite yet. Let me see, because our diva is gone. So if we go normal diva, special Bubbleman. No, it's not quite game. We could E-Call for Stratos, try to pop his back row, which I really like, actually. I think that's a better plan. That's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to E-Call, go grab Stratos. Normal, and then try to pop the back row. Effect to destroy. We'll remove his back row. He's going to chain Typhoon. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let's swing into Gores. Let's see if he has it. That's really good. Those were like best two possible, I think, for him. So, yeah, and he does have Gores too. Okay. That's pretty good. Again, we're not just out of it yet. We can make a Goyo Guardian and try to make something happen there. But things look bad. Things definitely look bad. He just kind of had perfects for all of us, for all of what we were doing. Which is, that's okay. That's going to happen some percentage of the games. I wonder if there was a better way to play this. Like, why would you set Typhoon Torrential? I guess I had Future Fusion, so Typhoon's always going to be live. Torrential's always going to be live. Okay, no, it makes sense. And yeah, he is revealing that he is on zombies. Okay. He's also misplaying here. He should crash the turtle and get Reaper to rip apart our hand. So that's a pretty big mistake. He's just missing a discard. Unless he's not on Reaper, which is based, honestly. I think Reaper's pretty bad normally, but it was a misplay for him to not go for it there. Please don't have another back row. Yeah, he has another back row. Cringe. Okay. What can we do? We basically have to set and then just go for it all. With Goyo, which is okay. If he has Solemn for the Goyo, then we can E-Call for our second Bubbleman and draw 2 cards and hopefully get out of it that way. But things don't look good. Solemn or Bottomless, I should say. Yeah, things don't look good. I'm going to be honest. Let's try and take the Gores, though. Let's just try this. Let's see what we can do. I mean, if he has a removal spell, he should just use it. I don't know what he's thinking about. Okay, we get them back. And then main phase 2, end phase. Alright, not the best situation for us, but it's just not good. Let's just be honest, it's not good. We don't really have We don't really have the stuff right now. I wonder why he let the Gores die. If he had Mirror Force, he should have used it last turn. So there's no way he has Mirror Force now. Brain Control. Does that win me the game? Not quite. No, it does. It does, right? If I Brain Control Turtle, normal summon Alias. Alias runs over this, and then I win. Yeah, let's just go for it. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess he could have Return to defend himself, but even then he loses because he has to pay half, depending on when he does it. I guess he has to wait for the last attack to do it, so we should save Goyo for the last attack so we can steal the Gaianite as well. Okay, yeah, I'm down to send it. I'm down to send it here. So we'll e-call, grab Alias, normal the Alias, see if he wants to do anything about this. Then we'll Brain Control the Pyramid Turtle. Maybe it's Book of Moon. It could be Book of Moon. But like you would have booked the Goyo attack for sure. Right? There's no way you wouldn't book the Goyo attack. Yeah, okay. Did I randomly steal this game? That's crazy if I did. If I randomly stole this game, I'm like the luckiest man alive. So we attack the token. That's the first part of this equation. With Alias. The token's 1800, so Alias removes the token. And yeah, we have game. Wow, what a game. That was so lucky. That was a very lucky Brain Control top deck. That was very lucky. He had just about everything to parry our offense, but we were able to put some stuff together, which really helped out, honestly. Okay, so for game 2, game 3 against this deck, I actually do kind of like Heavy Storm. Their back row is really annoying. I also like Shadow Mirror a fair bit. Like this stops Caius and Goblin Zombie, Zombie Master, Dark Arm. Like it stops a lot of good stuff in their deck. So I do like Heavy Storm. I do like Shadow Mirror. I think I'm just going to go with Shadow Mirror though. I don't think there's really anything else we need. We could probably do Dust Tornado instead of Heavy Storm maybe. I don't really know. I think Mirror Force is pretty bad against zombies because like if they're ever attacking you, they're going like big, like Brownic. The only time it's good is if they have specifically Gores. But we can make Goyo pretty easily with this deck, so I'm like not too worried about it. Gold Sark is interesting. I could see myself siding it out. E-Call is like the best card in the deck. We can't side it out. We could side out Plague, but then it makes our brain and mind worse. This is a tough matchup. I can't lie. This is a tough matchup. Starlight Road is potentially not the best, but they do play Torrential Force and Storm. Bottomless isn't the worst. It could be like just cut a Sark because I'm going second for Shadow Mirror. And then don't really think about the rest of it. We could also cut Plague and then bring in like a Dust Tornado or a Heavy Storm. I do like Dust Tornado to some degree in this matchup. Cutting Plague does put us pretty monster light though. So I don't know. It might be like cut the other Gold Sark and then also add the other Dust Tornado. Something like this I could see being interesting. This is very monster light, but we gotta try it. We gotta try it. It's possible I should be bringing in a Cyber Dragon to be supported by the Shadow Mirrors. We have plenty of monsters in this hand, and we have Miracle Fusion, so no, this is solid. This is really, really solid, actually. I'm pretty high on this deck, actually, right now. After that last game, geez, that's crazy. That's crazy. This is a nice little 8-man tournament. I think these are pretty fun to do. They're kind of like a soft locals type thing. Like, it kind of emulates a YCS experience, you know? Oh my god, what a hand. I like almost feel bad for opening this hand. I think we just normal Alias, set Spark, set Shadow Mirror. We don't attack. Set Dust Shoot too. Okay, yeah. Let's normal this guy. Why the fuck did he not host in Classic? Okay, so we normal this guy. He's going to Bottomless. Yeah, we Spark there. If it's Goblin Zombie, it's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. But it's fine. We have Dust Shoot. Now we have Hero Blast. Oh my god. No, this is fantastic, actually. This is straight up, like, just incredible. I don't think we could have asked for a better opening here. I am going to set the Hero Blast to play around Book of Life. I'm going to set Trap Dust Shoot, and I am going to get the Shadow Mirror down ASAP, because if he has Reaper and he wants to poke me with Reaper like this, like, Shadow Mirror negating that effect is pretty funny. So yeah, I'm just going to set 3. It's possible he has Heavy Storm too, so we'll see with the Dust Shoot what he wants to do. So we'll Dust Shoot in the standby. Take a look at his hand. He does have Reaper. He doesn't have Heavy Storm though. So he's got Book, Turtle, Diva. I'm trying to think, like, is Turtle more annoying? It is, right? Like, Reaper doesn't do anything because, like, we have Hero Blast for it. I guess we have Hero Blast for Turtle too. I need to think about this for a second. I guess we just take Turtle. Burial, Return don't do anything here. And Diva and Book don't do anything either. So yeah, we'll take Turtle. As Burial, Return, Diva, Reaper, and Book. No, his hand sucks. Honestly, his hand sucks. I do not envy that hand one bit. Yeah, that hand sucks. Let's see if he goes for the Reaper attack. Looks like he's going to. I am probably going to Shadow Mirror this. Is there any reason to flip the Shadow Mirror now? Is there any reason to take the 300 if I'm going to Hero Blast it anyway? I think there's a chance I want to bait him into summoning the Diva to try and, like, synchro. So we don't need a Hero Blast quite yet. He's got Book. He's got, like, next turn I'm going to summon Stratos. I'm going to search for Bubbleman. Is that what I'm searching for with this hand? Yeah, probably Bubbleman. I mean, we have access to Alias with Hero Blast. I just want to water for my Miracle, so I think that's the plan. Stratos, search Bubbleman. I could set both my cards special to Bubbleman, but it's just like, it's not really necessary to do that. He's playing to drawing Heavy Storm, which I like. It's smart for him to wait on setting things. We just go attack here. He takes 1500. We don't need to set the Torrential because there's nothing he can draw that will make me want a Torrential, I guess, except Caius. Yeah, if he draws Caius, that's annoying, but whatever. Yeah, if he draws Caius, I'm annoyed. He's going to switch to Reaper. Is that all he's going to do, though? So he drew this card over here. He hasn't shuffled his hand. He's setting cards that are not the cards he drew for turn. And then he set the card he drew for turn. Interesting. Okay. So he did set the card he drew for turn. Because of that, it could be a Solemn. So I think I am going to end phase Hero Blast. And add back my Alias to my hand. And blow up the Reaper. Yeah, I think this is good. He could have chained Book there, actually, if he didn't set the Book. Because he was thinking, it made me think that he didn't set the Book. So I think his sets right now are Return or Burial, plus his new set card, which is maybe a Sweeper. So because it's maybe a Sweeper, I'm not going to summon into it. I'm just going to attack for 18. And because he's set 2, it means he's, like, no longer playing around Heavy Storm. I'm just going to shotgun both my cards. I think Future Fusion is less good to resolve than Torrential Tribute. So I'm going to go for Future Fusion now. Reveal the Absolute Zero. He could Solemn this if he wants to. If he has access to that, which is not the worst thing he could do, but then he puts himself in range of Alias plus Bubbleman plus Miracle. He could also let this resolve, but then if he lets this resolve, that means the zero's coming in 2 turns, and he doesn't really have a great way to deal with it. So Yeah. Okay, looks like he's going to do this. I am going to send, I think, Bubbleman, because I don't want to draw a second one. And I am going to send another Alias. I would rather draw, oh, I guess I would not rather draw Gilman, but there's a chance I want Gilman in deck for like a Mistworm line. So I could Miracle now into Absolute Zero. I don't think there's really a reason to play into Torrential. It could have been the card he drew. He thought for a very long time on the Future Fusion, so I actually think the card he drew is Solemn Judgment. That's my read, at least. So next turn I'm going to play into Solemn Judgment, basically, by just like summoning my shit. It's possible he did set Book last turn, and he just like didn't realize he was just like thinking in the end phase to bluff it too. It's possible one of his sets is still Book. So that's something we got to keep in mind. This is a bit of a commitment into Heavy Storm. So like if he has Heavy Storm now, it's like pretty bad. Okay, there's Mystic Tomato. That's fine. It doesn't really matter because I have Shadow Mirror. He can attack Book over the Stratos, but that doesn't really matter. We can summon Alias, try to run over the Tomato. Like if he kills Stratos here with a Book, like I'm pretty happy with Stratos trading for Book because that means like our final push is going to be really good. I'm going to let this happen. He's going to Book. He did set the Book. Okay. So there goes the Stratos. That was the new back row, and Mystic Tomato was the draw for turn. So I know his hand is Burial, Return, Diva. I know that the last back row is not something I should care about. So I'm going to normal summon Alias. He might Solemn Judgment that. He might Solemn Judgment my normal summon Alias. We'll see. Let's see if he wants to Solemn this. He is thinking, yeah. Yeah, he's going to Solemn this, which is great for us because then we have, I think Miracle Bubbleman is, I don't think it's game. How much damage is it? 16, 24. I don't know if it's game. Oh, it might be Xaxes. I think he drops to 2350. Yeah, so 16 here and then 24 off the Bubbleman. Yeah, it should be game. This is like guaranteed lethal. So we banish Bubbleman, banish Stratos, special summon out Absolute Zero, and then set Reinforcement, special summon Bubbleman, and this is game because this is 1600 here and then 800 here, and it's Xaxes. Crazy match. That was a crazy match. That was kind of nasty. I think we kind of like 500 more. Bubbleman pumps. Yeah. He gains 500 for each water. So that's going to put him in exact lethal range from Bubbleman. What a terrifying deck, dude. This deck is scary. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really scary. Jeez. GG's. GG's. Okay. So we won our round 1. We've got round 2 coming up next. We can go spectate what they're playing if they're still playing. Let me double check. Let me check the bracket. Hold up, I gotta scroll up. Who's in my bracket side? Okay, so it's Ghost Rider versus Celia Bot. They're playing right now. Go ahead and start your next match. And then we can go hop into their game and see. Yes, it is single Elim. He said he played really bad. Did he? Good night. I don't know if he played that bad. I just think like I actually think yeah, I actually don't know if he played that bad. I think he played game 1 really well. I just think we got really lucky with the brain control. Game 2, he didn't really have much room. I think maybe his biggest thing he could have done differently was I lost my train of thought. I lost it. I completely lost it. Let's see what they're doing. So it looks like they're in game 3. Looks like it's Alien versus probably Dragon Turbo because that's all Ghost Rider plays. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So we got Alien versus Dragon Turbo. Trigodia's getting dropped. That's good to know about. I feel like scouting's kind of rude. I probably shouldn't do it, but it's content, so we got to show it off. Yeah, I don't think Raminator played that game that badly. I just think he had an unlucky draw. I think the biggest thing he could have maybe done differently was side out Burial and Return. But like Return is an insane card. So like, are you really going to side that out? Burial's a pretty weak card. I actually don't like playing Burial in zombies in general. I think it's like one of those cards that like contributes to your worst hands and doesn't really improve your best hands. Like at most, you're putting back Mizuki Plague, which isn't that good. Like if you think about it, it's like functionally a Book of Life or like a reuse on your Plague. It can kind of help you against DD Crow, but kind of not, because you've already lost the card by stacking it to Plague. So like Burialing again after that, it's like you're spending 3 cards just to get a Plague. Whereas Return obviously is still insane into DD Crow because it actually punishes the DD Crow by getting the card +1 value. So I think Burial's pretty bad in zombies. I think you definitely want to be playing more the like Book of Life type stuff and ignore that. In general, I've been pretty underwhelmed with zombies lately. In my tier list, I rated it kind of lowly. Or lowly is not... Is that a word? Is lowly a word? I guess it is. I rated it kind of low. Just because I think that Diva Zombies is like a really slow deck. I think it's just like... It's super normal summon heavy. And like... You have hands where you just have like Diva, Book of Life, Caius. And your hand just does nothing. So... yeah, it has a lot of dead opening hands. And on top of that, it's like pretty slow. Like you need at least 2 normal summons to really do anything, which is, it's not as threatening as like maybe some of the other decks can be, like Black Wings or Hero Beat. Like those decks are threatening with 1 normal summon, or Dragons or Fairy even are threatening. Even Lightsworn is threatening with 1 normal summon. So I think that that's like and like that's maybe just a playstyle thing, because like I like playing decks that are threatening with 1 normal summon. I don't want to play a normal summon that's like needs more than that to go off, you know? And then I also feel like Pyramid Turtle in general is like a pretty weak card. That's crazy. Didn't bounce the Honest. Okay, there's a flipped Shadow Mirror. Shadow Mirror doesn't really do anything against Dragon Turbo except negate Red Med, but that's like pretty good, honestly. Yeah, it looks like they had the Judgment for the Storm, and that's going to be a big part of this game. Not going to be able to get over to Redragon. I mean, that's pretty... Oh, never mind. There's Honest. They're going to get a Whitestone Search here. That might even turn on his hand. You never really know. But at the same time, like now he's got to play through Alias Honest, Shadow Mirror, 3 other back row. And he needs literally the nuts to do it. And the Dragon Turbo deck, like, you need at least 1 turn to do all that. And he might not even have that 1 turn, depending on the last card in Red Meta's hand. Or Sealebot or whatever. Yes. It is single Elim. Yeah, so when I run these tournaments, they're probably just going to be like 8-man single Elim. You know, just hop in, play, do your best, and then maybe fire another one if it's quick. Maybe don't fire another one if it's not quick. So here comes Instant Fusion for Dark Fire Dragon. This isn't really going to matter all that much, though, because like you bring this out, you banish it for Red Med. Red Med can't even activate because there's a Shadow Mirror. So this is a defensive Red Med, just to make sure you don't die till the next turn. Yeah, this looks pretty awkward. We're most likely going to be facing off against Aliens, which should be a really interesting matchup, because that's another one of those like Hero Beat variants that people kind of like, kind of don't like. I should be looking at this deck so far. We got Offerings, we got Alien Hypno, we got Ammonite, we got DD Warrior Lady, and Raikou. Multiple Raikous. Dude, scouting is so cheating. I'm honest. I'm going to be honest. It's like super cheating. So you Honest over the Red Med. Didn't have another normal summon. If you had another normal summon, you absolutely had to use it there. Like, there was no reason not to normal summon another guy. I don't think, at least. Like, what else is in your hand? Maybe they don't want to lock their back row. They just have more back row. They don't want to lock it up. Here comes the Lure. I guess there's still a chance now. Like, if Ghost Rider gets another turn like this, like, there's still a chance for him to find Giant Trunade plus, you know, a Red Meta OTK, especially given that Red Meta is at 4,400. Pot of Avarice is a start, you know, like, just drawing 2 new cards, but it's also, like, kind of stacking the deck up a little awkwardly. Tragodia is a good one to have back in the deck, because if he draws that again, it's going to be really hard for Red Meta to kill unless they can go for straight up Cosmic Fortress for lethal. And they would have to top deck Ammonite in order to do that. So, yeah. We're going to play against the winner of this match if you, like, skip forward in the video. But yeah, we're either playing against Dragon Turbo or whatever the fuck this is. I think our chances against Dragon Turbo are a little bit better because they don't have Royal Oppression. They don't have back row. So I'm kind of gunning for Ghost Rider to steal this somehow, but I don't think he will. Like, I legit think he's lost here. Unless he finds specifically Giant Trinade plus the OTK this turn, or he finds Tragodia or Gores this turn, then it's going to be kind of tough for him to win this. The set card's most likely Reckless Greed. I know he's a big fan of that card. He might have sided them out. Could be Royal Decree. If it's Royal Decree, he probably wins this game. Okay, there's Future Fusion. That means something. I'm not really sure what it means. Ocean 2 in the deck list. A lot of garnets. A lot of, like, garnets. Wonder what they cut for all these garnets. Alias attacks. It's Flamvell Guard. Gonna take 100. Even Honest won't let you get over Flamvell Guard because it only pumps up your monster to 2,000. So, Ghost Rider has time, which is, like, kind of exactly what he needed in order to get back into this game. But he doesn't have that much time. Like, he has another turn, but then Absolute Zero is coming. That's a big card destruction. That's big. That's a big card destruction. There goes Heavy Storm and Fiendish Chain. So the back row are better than Fiendish Chain, I'm assuming. That's 5 dragons discarded. So Super Rejuvenation, even though 2 are gone, the last one is going to be a draw 5 if it's found. There's a good chance. I mean, there's like, what, 25% chance that it's found. It's not the craziest shit. That was a crazy hand. Red Meta says Heavy Storm should have been Call of the Haunted. Oh, they probably just misboarded, yeah. Didn't click confirm. Yeah, that's definitely costing them here. Not having Call of the Haunted, like having a dead Heavy Storm and not having Call of the Haunted definitely costs them this game. So we'll see if that sideboard error comes up to haunt Red Meta. They might not, you know, they might still win. Because, like, Lightning Vortex, okay. Clearing the Alias, just so you're not randomly dying to shit. Here comes a, They could have, like, a Dark Bribe or something crazy. Third Gemini Spark, Book of Moon, maybe. I'm not really sure. This is a pretty tough setup without Giant Trunade to... Okay, never mind. There's Royal Decree. That's big. Yeah, that's game. That's just game. I mean, Book of Moon stops it, but that's it. It's like just Book of Moon, right? If he has another Red Man, I mean, he wins anyway. Red Meta says, yep, would have won if it was Call. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'm grateful I don't have to play versus the hella back row deck. We got to be careful of Royal Decree. Got to be careful of Tragodia. I'm going to send it versus Ghost Rider. He's a very powerful duelist. He's topped a lot of tournaments recently, so... you know, he's not gonna play too poorly against me, I don't think. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. I mean, I'll host it up. I'll say Ghost Rider, and yeah, I'll just let him know that I'm hosting. Whenever you are ready, Ghost Rider. Cool. If we can win this one, that'd be hype. And if not, then we get a finals between Ghost Rider and whoever the winner is between the other side of the bracket, which is tight. Either way, we're going to get some good Yu-Gi-Oh here. Either way, we're going to get some good content, some good, juicy content. And Bubbleman deck, I'd be happy with a 1-1. It's one of those decks that, like, I feel like it has potential. It could potentially, like, you know, it could potentially win. I think it has a decent shot at winning if we have, like, we've been opening the nuts low-key, like, the last few games. We haven't really been breaking much, which is very lucky, obviously. But there's a good chance that, like, we just get kind of owned by I'm losing my train of thought. By Dragon Turbo, because that's just like, the deck is like roulette deck, you know? Interesting stuff. Just waiting for Ghost Rider. I should message him. I'm actually on here. I feel like that's easier. Okay. Cool. Nice. Yeah, he likes that Dragon Turbo deck. I rated it kind of highly just because of his performances lately with it. And then also, Pro Storm and Hydro Pump have had, like, decent success with the deck. I don't think it's, like, necessarily... Obviously, it's, like, one of those decks you can't play out of your bad hands that well. He was able to do it in that last match we saw, but that was due to his opponent messing up. Going second sucks. Well, actually, it doesn't suck that bad because we could just OTK him if we're lucky. Looks like we're pretty lucky. Now, we might not get 2 turns to resolve this Gold Sark. That's something we have to keep in mind. He's starting off with the best draw spell. Cards of Consonance, pitch Whitestone. Grabs Blue Eyes. There's nothing we can do about any of this shit, so... We need a Deep Sea Diva to make plays. Basically. And if we find Diva, we can make plays. But if we don't find Diva, then we're kind of in a weird spot. Does Diva win the game? That's what I want to know. So we have Diva into Gilman. Special Bubbleman, make Bryonic. So it's 2,700 Bryonic, 1,700 Gilman. That's 4,400 plus 3,500 Absolute Zero. It is game. So Diva wins the game next turn. If we draw Diva, we OTK. That's why this deck is terrifying. Obviously, like, we have to do it through Gores, through Trag. Second Gold Sark isn't really it. Oh man, this is so frustrating. I want a Gold Sark for Diva, but I don't think we'll survive 2 turns. There's a good chance we don't, but he like completely stopped. So that means the set card is probably Reckless Greed. Man, okay. I am gonna Gold Sark, I think, for... We have to survive 2 turns, and we need Diva to we need Diva to win. So I should Gold Sark for Diva, and I should Gold Sark for Brain Control, I think. It's either that or Gold Sark for E-Call. Now I know you guys are thinking like, why Gold Sark for E-Call? Because if he sets a monster, we need to be able to pitch a card to banish it. And the only way we can do that is if we have an E-Call. I think it's that, and then... Yeah, I think it's E-Call. I know that's weird, but like, I'm trying to set up an OTK here. I'm trying to set up an OTK. And then we'll go Future Fusion, revealing Absolute Zero, of course. We'll send Alias plus Bubbleman. Turn on our Hero Blast. If we had access to Hero Blast, of course. We don't want to draw the second Bubbleman. We already have one. We could Miracle Fusion now. That's one thing we could do to like potentially survive a crazy turn and also get some chip damage in. And I think the correct answer is we should be doing that because we'll get the second Absolute Zero by the time we get our OTK pieces anyway. So I'm going to Miracle Fusion now. It's just a matter of if I want to special the Bubbleman now. Because if I special the Bubbleman now, it's an additional 1,300 points of damage. Which means I could potentially kill him next turn. So I think it is correct to special the Bubbleman now. As weird as it sounds. Oh, this is fumbling the bag if you main decks Vortex, but whatever. We hit with Bubbleman first. It's 800. If he drops Trag, that's really fucking bad. Oh my god, he had Trag. Okay, that's really bad. Alright. Well. He's going to steal Absolute Zero, but potentially we are able to clear it. If not, we fumbled this game. I got a little greedy there. Yeah, he main decks the Trag. I didn't think he main decked the Trag because I've seen his previous matches and he doesn't main deck it. So I may have fumbled this. Jesus Christ, that's so ugly. Okay. I may concede this. He can steal Absolute Zero and we just lose. What in the fuck is he doing? Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, this is pretty unlucky, but he has his own future? Okay, interesting. I don't know what that gets him. I guess he could double... No, even double sack for red med doesn't get him anywhere because the 0 will pop the red med. This gets his 2 blue eyes out of the deck, though. He had a pretty good hand there. Okay, so he has 2 blue eyes in hand. He found trade enough, either draw step or reckless. Yeah, if he didn't have Trag, I think we easy win this, but he had Trag, so. And 1 red med here is game, I believe. So we'll see that, and we'll go to the next one. That was a close game. That was closer than it looked. But that's the case with this deck. We have Mind Crush for it, which is pretty good. Now, Pulling the Rug is interesting. It does hit Debris Dragon. So I like kind of want to have it in the deck. It's like kind of better than some of this other shit. It's better than Mirror Force. Or Mind Crush is better than Mirror Force. Shadow Mirror is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one. Space Typhoon can hit Decree. So can Stratos, though. So can Spark. So I don't think Space Typhoon is all that good. I think Gold Sark is just insanely slow. Like that was part of the reason why we had such a rough time that game. I think we side out the Gold Sarks for sure. We'll get some Pulling the Rugs and a Shadow Mirror. It's possible we just get another Shadow Mirror too. Over something else. I think the Battle Traps are by far the weakest cards. But you never really know. Hero Blast is like pseudo combo card in this deck. Mind Control, Brain Control could be bad. I don't know. I think we have a good matchup as long as we just like do the right shit and don't lose to Trag randomly. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Okay, so I think it's Future, Reveal 0, send dudes. Do we send a Bubbleman? Yeah, we have Rhoda, so we don't want to draw that, and then we'll send an Alias because we already have an Alias. We can summon Alias, set 3. Leave the Rhoda in hand because we need to be able to activate Mind Crush. This is a much better setup. It's a more resilient setup, but that being said, it's still a messy situation to be in. Because we don't necessarily have the right cards to play through like Gore's Trag. We do have the right stuff to play through a Decree though, which I'm totally chill with. Because we can Rhoda for Stratos now, and then just pop his back row. If it's Reckless, he can chain it, but like who fucking cares, right? And if it's Decree, we clear it, easy clap. I think we take the risk that it's Decree and we go for Stratos. Even though we have Spark to pop it, I think it's better to just do this. So I'm going to go Rhoda. Well, we could grab Stratos. We could grab Bubbleman. No, I think it's always Stratos. It's always Stratos. Yeah, Stratos normal. Effect to destroy. Blow up the back row. Oh, he could chain. Yeah, it is Reckless Greed, so he's gonna chain. Okay, that's chill. And then we have Spark to play through Trag, so like this is fine. We just attack with Alias first. If he has Gores, it's fucking annoying, but what can you do? We have Spark to play through Trag. We attack with Alias first to play around Trigodia specifically, and then 1800 now, and then yeah, I mean, we don't set Hero Blast because we don't have to, and we need to keep Mind Crush live. So, because if he goes Trunade, I want to be able to chain Mind Crush, name Redmed. So we just pass. He could have Vortex, but we have Road, so that's just game. He could have Storm, but we have Road. Okay, that's fine. He draws 2. So that was Reckless, turn 1 out of 2. This is Cards of Consonance. That's also fine. Cards of Consonance again. Sure. We could Mind Crush Blue Eyes now, but I don't really see a reason to do that. Mind Crush just basically guarantees we can never really lose. Because, like, he said, the second he goes for, like, Red Med or whatever, we just chain Mind Crush. Doesn't even matter. He should know we have Spark because we Alias attacked the, we Alias attacked first. So he should know we have Spark. He's also familiar with Hero Beat because he plays it. So, yeah. I'm interested to see what he does. Magical Stone. Huh. Pitch White Stone, pitch Clear Vice. What is this target? Trade in. Are you activating? Wait. I have effects. Are you activating White Stone? Are you activating White Stone? On MSC resolution. I think I mind crush named Trade in. Trade in. Yeah, I think I mind crush named Trade in. Then he can't trade in. Yeah. Okay. So he has debris, red med, whatever. Okay, interesting. He can go for debris, red med, which is fine because we get absolute 0 next turn. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we survive this pretty easily. And then we get absolute 0, and then... yeah, he can't really do anything, I don't think. So here comes Red Eyes. Priority. Okay. That's fine. Let's see if he plays around Mirror Force. He's going to bring Blue Eyes and attack. That's okay. He's going to banish for another Red Eyes. That's okay. We have enough of a life total buffer here that it's fine. I think, right? We're taking 58. Clear Vice is interesting. That's to play through Honest. Okay, so we spark the Blue Eyes because it's the most damage, I think. I think his remaining hand is Blue Eyes Trag. So we spark the Blue Eyes because it's the most damage. Diva's a great draw. Holy shit. That's what is this? This card will be destroyed by an opponent's card effect. You can discard 1 card instead. We can just run that over. So we take 1800, 2800, and then 2800. He's Reckless locked. We get absolute 0. We can summon Diva. Not having the Hero Blast set definitely is a little bit of a setback here. So we get absolute 0. We summon Diva. Is there a way we can kill this turn, though? That's what I'm curious about. We don't want to leave the cards in play, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll go Diva, grab Gilman. Who was the next card? Very lucky. So what I'm thinking is we go Gilman, attack, Clear Vice, because if this card attacks an opponent's monster, when it gets attacked, it's just a 0/0. So we go Gilman, attack, Clear Vice. If he drops Trag, 0 will pop it. If he doesn't drop Trag, then he loses. And he loses anyways because he's Reckless locked. So we should actually, no, you know what we should actually do is we should Synchro first so we can crash the 0. I almost punted. Holy shit, that could have been bad. Yeah, we Synchro into Android first. This is going to give us 2400 over the Clear Vice. That Mind Crush could have been better. I could have just named Red Med. Honestly, I could have just held it, but I didn't want to name Red Med and then like pump up his Super Rejuvenation if that's what he was about. Any effects? Question mark. Then we have the Hero Blast to kill through Trag next turn, so it's not a big deal. And we kill through Trag. I mean, like Trag is just a dead card now. Like it just doesn't do anything. So we crash, take 300, blow up his Red Eyes. And he doesn't have any playable cards. And then we go to the next turn. Oh my god, that was so close. That was unnecessarily close. Thank God for Mind Crush. Holy shit. That was cool. That was cool. That worked out well. I think he might be going up on the Decree stuff going first, though. So because he's doing that, I kind of want the Typhoon and the Storm. Kind of want these cards. It's hard to tell. Like, it's hard to tell if they're going to be better than Shadow Mirror or, like, Deep Prison or something like that. Like, I don't think Deep Prison's ever going to be good in this matchup. It would have been all right last game, but I don't think it's going to be, like... I don't think it's ever going to be, like, that I win the game type card. I think I'm going to cut the Deep Prisons and bring in Storm plus Typhoon. This could be really stupid, especially if he goes just, like, turn 1 Red Med Blue Eyes. But we have absolute 0 to out it, so I'm just going to try it. I think Storm and Typhoon, while they are bad, they answer Decree, which our deck kind of loses to. Like, we need to be able to out those cards. We have Crush Shoot. We have Alias. I can't complain about this hand, especially if he's bricked. But if that's Decree, that's really fucking annoying. Never mind. Okay, so I think we just go Alias Attack. If he has Track, God, I'm so bad. But, yeah. And I'll set Typhoon, set Dust Shoot, set Mind Crush. And that should be enough to win the game. I'm going to Dust Shoot him in the draw phase. Yeah, we'll go Dust Shoot. Let's see if he has the Decree. He does not. He has Storm, Double Blue Eyes, Vortex, cards. So the set card's got to be Reckless then. Okay. We take Debris. Think on res. So he has cards, Vortex, 2 Blue Eyes, Storm. I'm gonna Typhoon his back row. If it's Reckless, he'll be forced to chain it. He is gonna chain it, and then I'm gonna Mind Crush, I think. That's good. And I think I'm gonna Mind Crush here. Okay, Upstart resolves. Well, that's awkward. Okay, continue. So Upstart resolves. I think res. So I can Mind Crush now. I don't really want to turn on his Super Rejuvenations if that's what he's about. If we hit Vortex, that's pretty good too, because that's going to stop our pressure. I think I am going to go for the Lightning Vortex and just hope he bricked. But that could be really stupid. I could also just wait. That's good. Continue. I could also just wait. Like, eventually Mind Crush is just gonna name Red Eyes. Yeah, he did hit. Yeah. Okay. It was better that I waited. So it's 1 discarded for Rejuvenation. Yeah, I don't want a Mind Crush named Blue Eyes, even though it's a 2-for-1, because if he found Super Rejuvenation, well, he found Trade-In. It was a 50-50 if he found Trade-In or Super Rejuvenation. But if he found Super Rejuvenation, it was really bad for me. Whereas if he found Trade-In, it's like, it's okay, Mind Crush is still good. Like, it'll still name Red Med when I need it to. So that's all that matters, really. Lightning Vortex now is probably an indication that he has Super Rejuvenation. Heavy Storm. Was that the last card we knew? Oh, that's really bad. That might have been the last card we knew. So what do I name here? Blind. If I name Rejuvenation, he can chain it. I think we should activate it. It's just a matter of what we name. We know he probably doesn't have Whitestone because he would have discarded it to Consonance. He probably doesn't have another trade-in because he would have cast it. He probably definitely has a Rejuvenation. I guess we just call Red Med. Like, that's like the best call. Yeah, he doesn't have it. He has double Rejuve. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, that's so cringe. Okay. So he has decree, card destruction, rejuve 2. Yeah, I should have just called it. It was a 50-50, and he hit both of them off of consonants. Like, it looks like he hit both rejuvenation and trade-in, so there's nothing I can really do. Pick at random for me to discard. And he hit the alias too. That's unlucky. Well, we got slot machined. That's tough. Oh, man, maybe I should have mind crushed. It's just so, like, bad if he hit rejuvenation specifically. Which he did. So. Yeah. Insult to injury drawing the third one. And he has decree 2. There's not much we can do here except top miracle. That's like our best plan. Okay, that works. Normal plague, special bubble. Synchro into probably Yugioh and just hit him. I know this is bad, but like we don't really have other plays. We just have to hope that he's somehow still bricked, which is very unlikely. He is locked under reckless, but we just kind of have to hope. Upstart, okay. It is really unlikely that he's still bricked. Yeah. Okay. Cards pitch struck too, because he also has card destruction, so he can like refresh. It is very bad for us. We should die this turn, but there's a chance we don't. That doesn't quite kill us. He needs another red med to kill us. I'm surprised he's doing this. We have another Bubbleman that can maybe get us back in this. So if we top deck E-Call or Rhoda, I mean Rhoda's gone, right? No, we still have E-Calls, Rhodas, and Bubbleman. So we have 5 really good top decks. Future Fusion, yeah, it's not going to be good enough. So GG's. I needed you to not hit Rejuve. That was close. That was a close match. I think we played the way we could. We got unlucky versus the Trag game 1 too. So that was tough. That was tough. He just had Trag game 1 natural. So what is that, like a less than 25% chance of him having it there? So it happens. All right, let's watch his final match, which is going to be, yeah, when you draw it. It was good. Yeah, for sure. When you draw it sometimes, it's good. But, like, when you draw it and your hand's bricked and you need to not draw specifically Trag, then it's not very good. Like, you can definitely draw it at bad times. That's why a lot of people have cut it lately. I think he even cut it in his last tournament, if I remember correctly. What are we doing next? Who's okay. Coco Bird versus Ghost Rider. Y'all are up. Good luck, lads. I'm happy with the Bubbleman deck. I think it shows a lot of promise. I feel like how we gotten like slightly a bit more lucky. Obviously, like the Dragon Turbo matchup has a lot to do with luck, and we don't really have a sideboard for it. I think if we were to change something in the sideboard to try and fix that, I'm not sure what we'd change. I think we sided correctly. I think the Mind Crush play in the last game was maybe not the best. I could have Mind Crushed Cards of Consonance after the Reckless Greed. I could have Mind Crushed Lightning Vortex. There was a lot of things I could have done differently, but yeah, I think I got a little too greedy waiting on it. Because if I just Mind Crush if he activates Reckless and I Mind Crush Cards of Consonance, he's locked under Reckless and he has potentially no draw spells. So maybe that's just like always correct. I think that's something I definitely need to reflect on. That's a hard matchup. No cap. It's possible we could have won that game had we Mind Crush Cards of Consonance after the Reckless resolved. That was the biggest thing for me. Okay, here comes Morphtronics, which is, what the fuck am I watching? How did this guy beat 2 other people? What the fuck is this? Well, this is hype. This video turned out to be really hype. Holy shit, you get Bubbleman and you get Morphtronics. Everybody's happy. So Diamond Dude also played in this event. What the fuck is going on? Like, this has to be just a free roll for Dragon Turbo, unless there's like an OTK situation. But I don't think there's really an OTK situation with stumbling in play. Yeah, I don't think this really works out the way that Cocoa Bird wants it to, the stumbling. The stumbling is actually going to hurt Cocoa Bird a lot more than it's going to hurt Ghost Rider. It's like floodgating Cocoa Bird from applying additional pressure. Super Rejuvenation, that's going to be for 1 right now. God, what is this bug? And a card destruction. We're going to get to see a little bit more of the Morphtronic deck before it loses. Lol. Remo 10. Swords of Revealing Light. Morphtronic Boomboxin. Why are we playing Swords of Revealing Light and Stumbling when you can play Morphtronic Bind? Like, those cards are just better, right? Like, Morphtronic Bind is just better, right? I could be wrong. Another Super Rejuvenation, so that's going to be for 3. That's going to be for 9 new cards in the end phase. Yeah, we're just going to be going to, we're going to be going to game 2. Ghost Rider not setting anything. Card Destruction is one of those cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That I think has never been one of the fun cards to see resolved. Like, I'm never happy to see my opponent activate Card Destruction unless my hand is just like 5 values or something. I think it's definitely one of those like cringe cards. Cringe Destruction, they should call it. Like cards that like invalidate what a lot of people are trying to do. What the fuck is this Stumbling doing in your deck, man? This looks... I'm gonna be honest, this is embarrassing. You literally just... What? You didn't even activate yourself on? How is this guy 2-0? Oh my god. Ugh, why didn't I get the Morphtronic bracket? Oh, I'm so tilted. Dude, watch, Ghost Rider's gonna lose to this because he doesn't find Trunade. That's gonna be so funny. Holy shit. Imagine Trunade's just the last card in his deck and he just loses. His last 2 cards are Magical Stone, Trunade, and he just fucking loses. And he can't beat Morphtronics. Oh my god, I would lose my shit. I would actually lose my shit. That's so funny. That'd be so funny. I would fucking cry. I would lose my shit if he loses this game. If he loses this game, Dragon Turbo is F tier. The tier list changes if he loses this game. The tier list changes. Morphtronic is now S tier and Dragon Turbo is F tier. There's no way. There's no way. Literally, his last card in deck has to be Trunade and his second last has to be Magical Stone for him to lose this. I don't believe it's real. I don't believe that you can lose this game possibly. Like, there's no way, right? Dude, if he just doesn't have Trunade, though, he, like, can't play. Because he had to... Why did he card Destruction his Heavy Storm? What is going on? Oh, my God. This is so funny, actually. No, there's no way. There's no way he loses this game, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, there's just no way. Wait, what? He's gonna grab Heavy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, why didn't he activate the Self-On? Is there a fucking reason why he didn't do that? Threatening Roar? Bruh. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny, dude. Holy shit, if he just has another fucking stupid little floodgate, he just wins. Well, he doesn't just win, but it becomes significantly harder for Ghost Rider to win if Cocoa Bird just has another... Why the fuck didn't he use Self-On? Oh my god, if he just used Self-On, stacked another fucking floodgate, he would have been fine. Dude, what does it do? Look at the top cards of your deck and then return them in the same order. Oh, you don't stack them, you just look at them? That's trash. Okay, I don't know what this does. Brownic, search Blue Eyes. Yeah, dude, he had all this. He should have just grabbed Rejuvenation, maybe. It can't even attack here. He can bounce both monsters, but then what, you know? Oh, that is so fucking funny, man. I think you just put Red Med into play. You put, like, Red Med, Blue Eyes into play. And then you say answer this or lose. But the funny part is, like, Morphtronics can answer this, like, pretty easily. They just make Black Rose pretty easily, so. This is really silly. Brownic bounce Debris, maybe? In Edison format, Brownic can bounce cards you control. So, yeah, Brownic bounce Debris is on the table here as well. Ghost Rider Disconnect also counts as a loss. That's so funny. Dude, if he wins this game, if Cocoa Bird wins this game, I'm deleting everything. I'm deleting my existence. This doesn't make any sense, dude. There's no way he wins this game, right? There's no fucking way, right? Okay. You bring out Flamvell Guard in defense. Set up for a Black Rose next turn in case he floodgates you again. But now you have 0 cards. And your opponent's at 10,000. And your Magical Stone is gone. And your Heavy Storm is gone. Oh my god. That is so funny. That is so funny. I think you had to grab guard there too. Well, I guess you can grab guard next turn. And Brownick is live to bounce the floodgates, but... Yeah, just like a 3-star tuner does it, and this deck plays 12 million of them, right? Like, it plays Remote in, it plays the other guy, Scope in, and then you have Self-on to even dig for it if you don't have it. So, yeah. This is just an easy Black Rose if he has it. But then again, he didn't activate Self-on. So I'm like, what are the chances he just doesn't recognize that that's, like, what he needs to do? Like, gotta do some thinking here. I mean, no, you don't. Let's be real. No, you don't. If you have a 3-star, if you have a tuner at all, you blow up the field. Like, that's just, like, what you gotta do. Otherwise, like, what else are you doing? You're just giving an opportunity to use Red Eyes to bring back a tuner, Synchro again, Red Eyes to bring back Clear Vice. Like, you can't let the Red Eyes and the Brownic stick around. And there's no Synchro that's killing both of them, right? Except for maybe Colossal? Are there any Warriors? I guess there's no Warriors. You could go Colossal, kill both Red Eyes and Brownic, but then that leaves the Blue Eyes in play, which is weird. But it's probably fine to leave Blue Eyes in play because you have Colossal. And eventually you'll just find something to get over the Blue Eyes. But you have to out both Red Eyes and Brownic. Otherwise, you're just giving him too many options. Oh, this is so fucking funny. Yeah, this is just Black Rose. I mean, like, that's... Yeah, that's easy clap. Threatening Roar into Black Rose. Wow, that's insane. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny, man. That's so funny. Set back row. Dude, imagine that's just like Gravity Bind or some shit. This game's over. Avarice is gone. Magical Stone is gone. Storm is gone. It's literally just Trunade and 2 red meds. And then even as far as Debris Dragons go, he only has 1 Debris Dragon left. That's so fucking funny, man. Oh, I'm so happy right now that this is happening. And he hit. Oh my god. And he hit. And he hit a monster that lets him extend. What is going on? Cold Wave? Why is Cold Wave in this deck? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Holy shit. He could have brought the Scoppin in defense and made a 5-star. Would have been better pressure. But, yeah, this just works. Oh, that's so funny, man. Okay, here comes Red Man number 2, but any back row stops this, right? Probably should have attacked the Self-on first, in case there's a Bottomless, or like a Morphtronic Bind or something like that. Can't bring back Bionic because it's a Sea Serpent. Can bring back Blue Eyes, but again, like, this is like... Yeah, there it is. Dude, this is so fucking insane. How is this what's happening? Oh, this is so funny. This is like draft commons versus like S2. Dude, this is peak Edison format. Holy shit. Watch, he's going to hit off this too. He's going to hit off this too, watch. Oh my god, he hit. That is so fucking funny. Holy shit, that's so fucking funny, man. Now all he needs to find is like the guy. He should put this in defense. He should put this in defense. He should summon it in defense position. What? Never mind. Never mind. He has Trunade to shut off his own Gravity Bind. What the fuck are we with? This can't be real. This can't be real, dude. No. Oh my god. What is going on? It can't be real. Holy shit, he upstarted twice. I'm so glad I'm catching this on camera. This is fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck is this? He's at 7,800. That's insane. That's just game. You attack over either monster. It's just game. Just attack the rest. It's 5,000 damage. Dude, if I was Ghost Rider, I'd be screaming right now. Holy shit, that is so funny. That is so funny. Dude, I would just leave the match. That is so funny. Oh my god, he lost to the dude who played Stumbling, Swords of Revealing Light, Threatening Roar. Dude, that is so funny. He resolved 3 rejuvenations for 3 turn 1. He resolved a card destruction into triple rejuvenation. He drew fucking his entire deck. Oh my god, that is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. That's so funny. Holy shit. Ancient Sacred Wyvern stocks through the roof right now. Damn, that is crazy. What an insane deck. I wonder if Ghost Rider's got Cyber Dragons. Dude, this is... Now I understand. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm so glad I'm catching this on camera. That was so funny. Okay, game two. Let's see what we got. Obviously, Threatening Roar is going to be good, but Ghost Rider's got Royal Decree, right? So, gotta remember, Royal Decree is on the table, folks. Well, it's not literally on the table. It's potentially on the table here. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so funny. Dude, I hope Coco Bird wins this. For the culture, dude. For Edison format. If Coco Bird wins this, he saved Edison. Now, we've seen this song and dance before from Ghost Rider. Rejuvenation, Magical Stone, get back your rejuvenation. Whatever. You know? Build your own pot of greed. Okay. Is going to search for the Blue Eyes because he discarded a White Stone. So right now he's at draw 2 off Rejuvenation, potentially draw 3 if he has a trade-in for this Blue Eyes. Looks like he is on double Magical Stone, so he had more opportunities to find additional Heavy Storms there. He just was like pretty much out of cards at that point. So yeah, now he just draws 4. He's set 2, so that means they're both, at least one of them's a trap card. But I think they're both trap cards because like you don't need to set 2. You only need to set 1. Oh my god, he's back. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. If you guys want to play in tournaments like this, make sure and join the Discord in the description below. That's insane. He can go self-on into self-on, right? Yeah, that's how that works. I wouldn't. I would probably grab one of the other guys, but depends on his hand, I guess. Like, having double self-on is kind of useful. So he activates this guy. He rolls a 3. He's probably hitting. I mean... Oh, he hit Borden? Dude. That's a floodgate. I mean, it makes it so the self-ons are direct attacks, though, so he needs to be careful about that. So he shuffles his deck. And then... This is still not great damage. And again, there's that looming threat of Royal Decree. No. What an insane choice. No Cyber Dragon. Chimera Tech nonsense. No Red Med nonsense. Dude, this guy's just on mono Floodgate Morphtronic. That's crazy. I mean, he still gets owned by Heavy Storm here, but that's super funny. This is based. This is actually based. Okay, so he recklesses and then he decrees, but then what? Like, you have to out the zombie world, so you still need a Heavy Storm. Then you still need to out Borden in order to get over the cell phones. He needs to do a lot of stuff. He probably can, but he needs to do it. Like, the zombie world does pretty much cuck the dragon deck unless they draw their instant fusion. Because then they can make Bronic. But yeah. Okay. Fusion's busted. That card's broken. It's not as broken right now because one of the white stones is already gone, so it's just a draw 2. And one of the blue eyes is gone too, so it's just a draw 1. And he's forced to send double debris. Maybe he has Avarice. Card destruction. Interesting. Okay, he's discarding Book. He's discarding Slingin. He's discarding Bottomless. I like him conserving the back row there too because he knows that Ghost Rider needs to heavy storm to even be able to play through the zombie world. So Him holding the back row is good. Like if Ghost Rider heavy storms and then he survives, like him holding the book in the bottomless is good. This guy can destroy Royal Decree. So that could have been useful. There's the heavy storm. This is going to be Book of Moon on cell phone. Makes sense. Just defend your guy. It is a little bit tough because, oh, dude, he's reckless locked and he has no plays. Dude, that's game. That's fucking game, dude. That's just fucking game. Why did you heavy storm? Oh, man. Why did you even heavy? That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. I guess if his other card set now is a decree. Or maybe he needed to heavy to turn on his reckless. That's probably what it is. Double Borden is... That's tough, dude. Attack for 100. I feel like if you have another summon, you have to summon it now, but I could be wrong. Maybe he just wants to get the max self-on value. Just going to look at the top 6 cards of his deck, put them back in the same order. So he banishes them face down, he gets to look at them. He knows what he's going to be drawing for the next 6 turns, or at least the next turn. I feel like this ability is only relevant if like the Morphotronic Self-ons die. Now if Ghost Rider does have Cyber Dragon, like that's huge. Like that's like one of the few ways I see him like coming back into this. But being under Reckless like this is so bad. But that being said, I mean, like he only has 11 cards left in his deck. Like if he Recklesses, there's a good chance he just hits his Avarice or whatever it is. Oh my god, another Zombie World. That's so fucking funny. Holy shit. Second Zombie World. That's so fucking insane. This is nuts. So Ghost Rider needs Trunade or Heavy Storm. He needs Cyber Dragon or Red Med. He waited the turn, so his back row's probably Decree. But if it was Decree, then he should have used an M phase. He's not under a ton of pressure. He can kind of just wait. But eventually Cocoa Bird's just going to like summon something crazy. Like one of the Radions or something like that. And then just start dealing like 80 million damage each turn. So like eventually he's going to hit a Radion, right? Does this have to summon? Yeah, it does. It's mandatory. So the first one he hits here, he has to summon. Kind of unlucky, but I guess you could check with the first one in defense position first. And then, oh, we ended turn. Maybe Ghost Rider's like thinking about, oh, he's thinking about Decree or Reckless or something. There it is. Okay, I thought it had gone to his turn already. That's why he shuffled his hand. So yeah, no, this is going to be the second Reckless. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. I didn't realize it was still the M phase of Cocoa Bird. But yeah, he needs Giant Tornado or Magical Stone. And then he needs a way to clear both board and, like, he needs a Cyber Dragon or Lightning Vortex or something like that. This is looking Jover. I'm going to be honest. It's looking like we're going to the end of the tournament. Which is insane. I might have to put Dragon Turbo in F tier. Almost lost to Bubbleman and then did lose to Morphotronic. Pretty embarrassing showing. Not going to lie. Pretty embarrassing. It rolls a 60. That's crazy. Doesn't even check to see if he hits. I think you grab Radiant. I think Radiant's a little better. Because then you actually start dealing damage. You could grab Boomboxing, but like, there's really no reason for that. You could also grab Remoten. Search a Morphotronic, Synchro with one of the others. Try to go for game this turn. I think Radiant's a better pick, though. Yeah. Dude, this deck is insane. Holy shit. Wait, are we just going for it? How much damage is this? How much damage is this? This is 800, 800, 1300. And this clears through Gore's Trag because they can attack directly. It's 800 more. It's 4,000 plus whatever the rest of this is. 4,000 plus 2,000, 6,000, 62. It's 62. So it's not quite game. But it is really close, and they can all attack directly, so that's terrifying. Yes, this is 13, 13, and then another 18. Dude, that's insane. And Ghost Rider's Reckless locked, and he had no plays last turn. Jesus, that's so funny. And this is... That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. GG's Cocoa Bird. GG's everyone else who played in this little 8-man. If you guys want to play in these things, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed seeing this kind of stuff, join the Discord in the description below and let me know what you think in the comments. See you guys in the next one. Peace.